Hey, everybody, and welcome to Cracking the Wife Code, how to handle her emotions like a boss. In the next 30 minutes, I'm going to reveal some really important and valuable information that is going to make your marriage so much easier, equip and empower you with how to support her, and end up being the hero of the day. But first, we need to start with understanding what she's going through. As a man, of course, you have no idea what she's dealing with. All you see is someone who's cranky and emotional and kind of all over the place. And I believe when we are informed and equipped with the right information, that knowledge has power. So that's what I'll be covering today. And if you watch this till the end, there's a special gift and next steps that you can take today to make a huge difference in your relationship. So let's get started. Before we begin, I'd just like to take 1 minute to share who I am, what I do, and so that you know who it is that is sharing this information with you today. So my name is Jeanell Greene. I'm a relationship coach, marriage mentor, cheerleader, confidant, and educator. I am not a therapist. I am not a counselor, and that's really good news. Counseling and therapy have their place in the world for people who kind of just need to vent, but for people who want real change, who want to take action, who want to feel like they're in control of the situation, coaching is a much more effective modality that encourages growth, self awareness, clarity, accountability, and inspired action. I've been doing this work for over 20 years, and I help couples and men really understand who they are, why they are the way they are, and teach them the skills and strategies that their parents should have taught them, but many did not get that opportunity. I'm really committed to bringing love and healing to the world. I understand so many of us did not get an opportunity to witness what a healthy marriage looks like. And so I'm so passionate about mentoring people on how to be better partners. It takes work and it takes skill to have an extraordinary marriage. I should know. I've been married for 20 years to the most incredible man. We are playmates, we are lovers, we're best friends. I was actually married before, and I made a lot of mistakes. And I learned from that experience what to do, what not to do. And that was really when I started to heal my old wounds from my childhood after my dad had abandoned us, um, being unfaithful to my mom, and my parents eventually reconciling and my mom forgiving my dad for what he did. But there was a lot of trauma that I experienced. So if you're struggling in your relationship, just know that it's not your fault and that, you just need to learn. You just don't know any different. And so I'm here to show you how. So today's ultimate goal is really to explain and help you understand why women get emotional and that kind of crazy brain. And really what's happening in her body that has created this experience. And more importantly, what can you do? How can you confidently support her because you love her and you don't want to see her in pain. You don't want to see her stressed out. So today I'm going to give you those tools. So let's get into it. So I just want to start by telling you, you are not the problem. It is not your fault. You are not a failure. You are not broken. You're just simply uninformed. No one ever told you this stuff, and no one taught you emotional leadership, especially if you have a wife that is very stubborn, very controlling, is a perfectionist, is quite naturally anxious. It can be really difficult to know how to navigate, those waters. And oftentimes my clients tell me they feel like they're walking on eggshells, and that isn't fair. And so I think the more that you equip yourself with information here that I'm providing today, you'll just feel more confident, you'll feel more capable, you'll actually have a game plan. So when this happens, you're not hijacked, you're not ambushed. Because I know when that happens, we often shut down, right? We go into a fight or flight mode. That's why this training is really, really important. So here's why you need to listen to this workshop. When you understand what she's going through, there's going to be less arguments, less defensiveness on both sides, more closeness, peace, and more confidence for you as a husband and a partner and a father, if you are a father. So let me ask you something. Have you ever been in an argument or disagreement with your wife and things kind of just spin out of control? And next thing you know, you're thinking to yourself, like, what the heck just happened? Like, what did I do? Or, you're trying to help and she bites your head off and you're thinking, like, sorry, I was just trying to help. Have you ever felt that way? And perhaps you feel resigned and you end up saying to yourself, or even out loud, like, I just can't win with you. No matter what I do, I just can't win. You get resigned and frustrated. And oftentimes we either shut down or we go the opposite way and we yell, we get angry. And lastly, why bother? Have you ever felt that way? And you just stop communicating, you stop talking, you just shut down because you realize you're not getting anywhere. And then you just think to yourself, why bother? Ever felt that way? So I want to talk about one of the main causes for this emotional tailspin, I like to call, and that's menopause. If your wife is between the ages of 35 to 45, chances are she is entering this transition phase called menopause or perimenopause. And perimenopause is the length of time or that stage when just before menopause itself. So menopause itself is really the time when a woman's body goes from childbearing to not. And of course, that transition is a different experience for different women. For some women, like my mom, didn't feel anything. For someone like me, I'm feeling all of it. Check, 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 check. So everyone's different. But today, I just want to share a few of the different symptoms that you might see or notice. And hopefully that'll give you some comfort, some clarity, and perhaps help you be more patient and understanding when she isn't acting like herself. So menopause is a natural biological phase. It's not a disease, it's not a sickness, and it's unpredictable when it flares up and how long it lasts, when it starts. Again, it varies with every woman. So it's really hard to tell if someone is in perimenopause or menopause. Sometimes she doesn't even know. And at that time, basically, her hormones are rebooting. It's not that she's betraying you. She's just her hormones are rebooting. So imagine this. Imagine like someone's messing with your thermostat, your Wi-Fi, your appetite, your patience, and your sleep all in the same day. You'd be pretty cranky, right? Well, that's kind of what it sometimes feels like. It's not drama, it's not a choice, and it's not about you. I know sometimes it can feel a little hurtful, like as though perhaps it's something that you did. But I want to reassure you that chances are it has nothing to do with you. And these hormones that we're talking about regulate mood, sleep, libido, stress, and emotions. So as I was talking about the thermostat, like imagine someone just, playing with it all day long. You never know if you're coming or going. That's really what it feels like sometimes. And some of the effects, some of the symptoms, you've probably heard of hot flashes. And yeah, it feels like you're just all of a sudden burning up, like you're having a fever. But it happens sporadically. For me, I had it at night for a couple months and then it went away. For some people, and I guess that's more of night sweats. Some people have it in the middle of the day, some people have it at night. The body starts to hurt, so everything just aches. There's no energy, so she's like feeling really fatigued. She might experience weight gain when she's been really fit her whole life, and all of a sudden, it's like no matter what she does, she just keeps gaining weight. She might be experience dryness down there, which also is again, an effect of the hormones and sleep. For me, sleep has been the hardest part. Just waking up, needing to pee 6 times a night. That's what I deal with. Again, everyone's different, but it's not fun. I'll tell you that. And thank God I have a husband who is so patient, so loving, so supportive, so compassionate. I don't know what I would do without him. Some of the other things that you would see is a shorter patience, faster overwhelm, like she gets annoyed and frustrated way more easy, lower libido, like she gets stressed out and trying to get her to get in the mood is more difficult for her. I've noticed this for myself too in the last couple of years. It's been harder for me to really, focus on opening myself up, being feeling sexy, feeling into it. Before it was no problem, and it's definitely takes more effort. these days. And I don't even have children. So I can't imagine what it's like for her having a full-time job, having kids, taking care of the house. It's like three full-time jobs. Yeah, and we experience things like unexplainable body pain, inflammation, overthinking. Um, and then, of course, when we're not sleeping well, it just throws everything off. The foggy brain, the forgetfulness. It just feels like it takes more energy to think clearly. And as women, as you know, we're really great multitaskers. And I've noticed is that I've become less agile in that way. Again, it's kind of like, what's happening? Do I have dementia? Like, what's going on with me? Am I dying? That's honestly what it feels like. And for me, when I am feeling, emotional, oftentimes I'm afraid. So I hope that me sharing this gives you an insight into what it's like, not just for me, but for your wife and so many women. And I think that's why educating husbands is so important so that they can not let this phase of their life destroy their bond, their connection, their intimacy, and their marriage ultimately. Imagine you get into your car and when you turn on the ignition, all the lights come on the dash. And you're like, what the heck? What's going on? My car was fine yesterday. The engine light's on, low battery, everything's going on all at once. That's kind of what it's like. So here's a list of why things might escalate and where you might find yourself stuck. Sometimes you're trying to reason with her logically. Honey, it's no big deal. Like, don't get so emotional, right? Or you're trying to give her advice and it just backfires. Or you're trying to give her solutions and it gets rejected and she's super sensitive. Maybe, her ignoring you, rejecting your idea, now your ego gets triggered and now you're feeling like you're taking it personally and that she doesn't care or that she's not hearing you or not respecting you. Maybe you're thinking about how she used to be and comparing who she is today to that person she was 20 years ago. Maybe you're getting defensive. Maybe you're, avoiding communication because you're just so frustrated that you just check out, you hide in your bathroom or on your phone. Or what some others people do is they poke the bear. So here's what she really needs. She just needs your support. She needs your understanding. She needs your patience, your friendship. She needs you to be calm. She needs you to be present with her. And I get that that's really hard sometimes, especially when it feels like she's coming at you. It can feel really overwhelming. And this is exactly why I wanted to offer this training. So I really hope you guys that this is really helpful for you. Feel free to comment on this training and let me know what you thought about it. I really want you guys to know what's happening so that you don't get triggered, you don't get upset, you don't get defensive, and you just have so much more space and grace for her when she's going through these times. And it is a roller coaster ride. So the more that you can equip yourself and empower yourself, the more prepared and more confident and more successful you're going to be in those situations when, shit is hitting the fan. So you might be asking me, okay, Jeanell, that's great, but what can I do? How do I physically support her? So here's some ideas. Just think about things that she might need. Anticipation. I love it when my husband knows what I want as I'm even thinking of it, or maybe even before I'm thinking about it. So if you know she's hot, she's like, oh, I'm sweating, offer to bring in the fan, offer to get her a cold pack or something like that. If you see her so stressed out with the kids trying to clean the house, she looks clearly agitated, don't check out, don't go on your phone, don't play video games, offer some support. Guys, these are the moments that really matter. It's not the big dinners or the date nights. I mean, yeah, those are great too. But it's these moments when she is almost about to lose her mind and you swoop in and save the day. But you have to be present and you have to feel confident and capable in what to say and do in the right moments. There are other ways you can support her, whether that's her activity, getting physical, or eating better so that she can, have more energy, perhaps lose a bit of weight. Now, if she is gaining weight, guys, don't tell her that. Don't point it out to her. She already knows. Don't make her feel worse than she already does. Your job is to make her feel loved, to make her feel safe, to make her feel supported. Okay. So here is my menopause success blueprint for men. If you can follow these 7 steps, you will be golden. So, number one, observe, don't react. Respond, don't defend. Number two, ask better questions. Like, okay, honey, what do you need right now? How can I support you? Not, why are you being this way? What's wrong with you? Don't ask her that. Why are you gaining weight? No, don't do that. Number three, lead with calm energy. When she's feeling emotional, it's your job to be the anchor, to be the strong foundation. Your job is to keep her grounded. And it starts with your tone. It starts with the energy that you come with. So if you're stressed out, feeling, feeling attacked, that energy is distinct. But if you're coming to the conversation with like, I got this. I know what's happening. I know what she needs from me. It's a completely different energy. And so it almost doesn't matter what you say. It's in your being that is going to make the biggest difference. Of course, your words matter too, but the words don't matter if they're not in alignment or congruent with your energy. Make sense? Number four, learn her patterns. Take notice of everything. Get curious. Ask her, hey, what do you need? Hey, like just pay attention. I find so many husbands aren't paying attention. They're just in la la land trying to mentally get as far as away as they can rather than actually leaning in. You need to lean in. It's so important, especially in those moments when she is in that space. So just notice when she's getting really frustrated. Notice when you see her face looking very stressed out. Notice when her voice starts to get tight. Like those are the times when you can see, it's like it's like a pot of boiling water. You need to watch for the bubbles so that okay, I need to get into action. If you leave it alone, she's gonna look at you and say, "Where are you? Why aren't you supporting me?" Like, take notice, be thoughtful, be present. Number five, validate, validate, validate. No one wants solutions in those moments when we just want love and support. I know this is a hard one, especially when we see our partner in pain. I fall into this trap too. It's like I go into fixing mode. It's like, well, have you tried this? Did you do this? That doesn't help when someone is feeling all their feelings. And one thing you want to know too is when we're in a stress response, our logical brain shuts down. So trying to reason with someone using your logic when they're not in that space to receive what you're saying is a waste of time. What you need to do is you need to bring the emotions down, bring her wall down, and then talk logic after she calms down. That's when she can actually receive the common sense strategies that you're, offering to her. But you can't do it the other way. Number six, build a warm and comforting environment. Just make sure she's comfortable. Whatever you can do to make her more comfortable, to take some of the burden off, to have her feel that you've got her back when she feels like she's about to break, that means a lot to her in those moments. And lastly, number seven, just be a great partner and share the load, whether that load is physical, like a task, or whether that's emotional. Here's the biggest benefit, guys. If you understand this, at least from a conceptual and basic level, you will be amongst the 1% of elite husbands out in the world. You will be a one in a million, and she will be so grateful. She'll feel that she can relax. She feels that you got her back. She feels she can trust you and she can open up. And that, my friends, is where intimacy, sex, affection, appreciation all lie. She sees you as dependable, safe, and loving, and that's going to strengthen your bond as a couple. It's going to feel like you guys are a true team. And at the end of the day, this is how you become the man that she looks up to and says, "Thank you, honey. You're my hero. You're amazing. You're the most amazing husband." And isn't that really what you guys want? It's just to feel appreciated, to be seen, for her to love you and adore you and to bring her closer physically, emotionally. Isn't that what we all want? So, to round this off, here are the 5 steps of the wife code. Number 1, awareness. Number 2, listen. Number 3, validate. Number 4, offer support. Number 5, physical touch. So ultimately, the key to this, if I were to simplify this down, the key is to be the kind of husband that she can be proud of, one that she deserves, and lets her know that she's not alone. When we're going through this transition, guys, it's scary. Like I said, half the time I think I'm dying. And for my husband, just to love me, to hug me, to offer to help me, help me, give me treats when he knows I'm stressed out, to warm up my car when it's cold outside, just the little things he does to make me comfortable and to let me know that he's thinking of me and that he cares and that he wants me to be happy means so much. Here's the best part. You get to be the hero, that one in a million, that amazing husband she deserves and wants and expects. And guess what? This makes you more attractive, more sexier, more magnetic, more trusted. So I hope this training was helpful. Obviously, I can't talk about all of it, but I hope I gave you enough information to, first of all, create some clarity around what's happening, what is menopause. You probably didn't even know. But, again, I just want to reiterate, it isn't your fault. You're not a bad husband. You didn't know. No one showed you. No one trained you. No one explained to you what's going on. So, how are you supposed to know? But if you respond with love and understanding, her attraction to you multiplies 100-fold. And you don't need to be perfect. You just need the right tools. Imagine having a more calm, harmonious home where your wife is happy and she has a man that she feels like she can count on. And imagine how confident you're going to feel every single day in how you show up. And this is exactly why I created the Married Men's Academy. This is a 12-week hybrid program for men who really want to up level in every aspect to become more emotionally intelligent, disciplined, and resilient so that they can be the most steady and strong husbands and fathers that they can possibly and being led by a woman who will give you a lot of information that no one has ever shared with you before. We focus on the 4 S's: skills, strategy, solutions, and support to prepare you for anything that life throws at you. And again, this is not therapy. This is about you changing, improving, whatever it is that you need in order to be happy as an individual and as a family, so that you can experience the joys of marriage. Marriage doesn't have to be hard, but it does take work. And so many people fail at marriage and in divorce because they're not willing to do the work. They make everything more important than maintaining and nurturing their relationship. And as you know, a plant that doesn't get watered dies. A relationship is the same. This program are for men who love their wives, love their families, want to be a better husband, a better father, want more intimacy, more connection, more laughter, more fun, more of all the good stuff and less of the bad stuff. But unless you understand how women think, feel, react, what motivates them, you're going to trip up and make a lot of mistakes. This is your opportunity to learn from me, a woman, a very wise woman who has helped a lot of couples steer away from divorce and build their relationship even better and stronger than it was on their wedding day. And the best part is you get access to me every single week to answer your questions, to teach you the fundamentals of what you need to know to succeed as a husband and as a couple, which is priceless. I will tell you things that no one else is going to share with you. I'm going to teach you frameworks that are simple, effective, and ensures a win for you every single time. And as a marriage coach and mentor, here's what I know. I believe that men are the key. Men have so much power, which they don't even realize because no one has ever showed them how to access that power, to be able to translate what it is their wife really wants and needs from them. And I'll tell you, it's not an easy task. Women expect men to just know it all, to anticipate it all, to know what to do, know what to say, always get it perfect. When in fact, even the woman doesn't know what she wants him to do and say. I feel bad for you guys because you're not set up to win. If you join my program, I will share everything that I know. I will answer all your questions. You can bring your situations and get coached on the spot. I believe that when a man is self-aware, is humble, knows how to be an emotional leader, in their relationship, the entire dynamic of that relationship changes. That's how powerful you are. The problem is that you're doing the wrong things. Or perhaps you're not doing anything at all because you just don't know how. Or you've tried certain strategies and approaches and none of them have worked. Being married for 20 years and being so happy the entire 20 years. My marriage has never dipped. It has been a 10 out of 10 for 20 years straight. We've never had a huge fight. We talk about everything. We still have great sex after 20 years. And I'm going to show you how and why that happens. So if you join me in the Married Men's Academy, I will give you this playbook that your wife wishes she could give you. And it's going to give you the edge that you need to ensure a long and happy marriage, which is absolutely priceless. So if you're watching this until the end and you're thinking to yourself, heck yes, I need this, I invite you to click the link and join me. You'll be amazed at the man that you become in just 90 days when you discover what you didn't know that you didn't know. So click the link below to connect with me and start the process. And I will see you inside the academy. See you soon.